It starts with a heartbeat and becomes a rush you can't outrun. Classic games, the hottest slots, a floor alive with fun and possibility. And when you need to catch your breath, even more rewards are just around the turn. Become a new Casino Rewards member today for a chance to win $100,000 in free slot play. Fairmont Park Casino and Racing. Unforgettable wins.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Horse Races Now podcast. Boy, are you in for a special treat today. Now, no Kenny McPeak today, but we have the legend, the one and only José Ortiz. Jose, how are you?
I'm good, T. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for joining. Kenny speaks so highly of you, and we're just so excited to get into this. And I've got a ton of stuff to ask you, man. So, Jose, if you don't mind, start from the beginning. So where did becoming a jockey? I know it becomes a little bit in your family, but walk us through how you got in this career path.
Yeah, like you say, my family was the first in, obviously. But we have a very good jockey school in Puerto Rico that when you turn 16, you are allowed to attend there to the two-year program, and you graduate when you're 18. So when I turned 16, I made the decision that this is what I want to do, and I did that.
So jockey school, I'm so curious about this. So is this in place of regular school? So you're going and getting, your other math and science and everything, but you're also learning how to ride at the same time, or how does that work?
No, it's it just horse. You got a class that you learn everything about the horse part. You learn the racetrack poles, where the pole is, and then we have English class.
Okay.
And we have a conditioning class, like gym class.
Okay.
Get stronger. We run. We do drills. Everything. But the school start after 10 o'clock. 6 to 10. The first year you start in the jockey school barn, which we have like retired racehorses. I would say more like ponies. That's where you learn how to ride the first year. And the second year, you go to the real horses, race horses. So you basically are like a freelance rider, and you gallop as much as you can, and you breathe as much as you can, and then you have 20 practice races. So when we graduate, we got 20 races under our belt, which is very, very helpful.
Man, that sounds awesome. Now, I'm assuming, obviously, your brother Irad went to it as well. But
it did the same, yeah.
Do a lot of well-known jockeys come out of the school?
Oh, yeah. I mean, from Johnny to the last Eclipse where we had, who was Axel Concepcion.
Yeah.
Right now you have, I would say, Johnny, myself, Irad, Franco, Edgar Saez, Jevian Toledo, Loro, Victor Carrasco.
It's the who's who.
You can keep naming them on Axel Concepcion, like Barbosa, they win the Eclipse Hour as well. Like, every year we almost have the best buck boy in the country, which is produced by the school, and we are very proud of that. So hopefully it happens.
Pretty cool. All right, so let's start even a little bit before that. So was your grandfather a jockey? Do I have that right?
Yes.
Now, and how about your dad? Did he ride as well?
No, my uncle.
Okay, your uncle did. All right. Now, I saw somewhere that maybe your dad was in the business or wanted to be in the business or something. Is that?
Yeah, my dad, he tried to lose some weight to see if he could go to the jockey school, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, that would be me. Yeah, understood. I get that, Jose. That's listen, man, staying fit and being the right body type is half the battle there, I'm sure. All right. So listen, man, you're coming off a great meet And I guess you did a lot of your riding in Saratoga here recently, correct?
Yes.
Well, talk to us about this previous meet and kind of what's going on in your world currently when it comes to riding.
I thought it was a great meet. We ended up second in the standings, and we didn't ride the last week there. So I think it was a great meet. I have a lot of good support from owners and trainers, and yeah, I mean, I was very happy throughout the meet. We were winning almost every day, and we were riding good horses. So
That's what it is, though. Kenny talks about this a lot, Jose. It's all about having the right horse, right? I mean, getting the right mounts. How long did it take for you to build up to where you started getting on the horses that you felt like, hey, I got a chance to win every time? Was that a long process?
not for me. I did very good with my bug, and I lost my bug, and I was up and running at Aqueduct, and I was riding for good people, and they decided to keep riding me like without the weight allowance. So that was very good for me, and I was riding for good people. But obviously, to break into the big barns, it took me like 2 3 years. But I felt like it was very very fast. I was winning. You can see at the stats, as a Bob Boy, I win 90 something races, and then the following year, I won over 200 races. So that transition from Bob Boy to journeyman, it was very good to myself.
Well, and as of right now, if I have these stats right, you've won nearly 3,400 races, which is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Jose, I'm told your wife was a jockey as well.
Yes.
Now, now her whole family was involved from training.
Her whole
and
family.
Yeah.
Taylor Rice, that was her name. She did very good with her bug. She was nominated to the Eclipse Award that year. She didn't win, but she was nominated. And yeah, her family is involved in the business. As Kenny know, the Rice family, they do yearlings, they do 2-year-olds at OBS. They train Linda Rice, Kevin Rice, Adam Rice, Wayne Rice. Like everybody's involved in horse racing. It's a big family in the
Awesome.
horse racing community.
Now, is there any crossover there? Do you guys ever work together or anything?
Who?
Well, you and the Rice family.
Yeah, well, I mean, I ride for them. Yeah, Linda Rice was very key on my development in my early stages.
Okay.
The first big horse I rode was for her. The name was La Verdad. She was a very nice mare, and Linda gave me the opportunity to ride her. But at that time, I didn't know Taylor yet.
Yeah.
Linda introduced me to Taylor.
Okay. All right. I see how all that came together. All right. So obviously you and your brother are both top riders. Is there any competition there? Like when you guys are in the same race, are you trying a little bit extra harder to beat him? Do you know what he's going to do? Like, do you anticipate some of his movements? I always find that fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, not only him. I anticipate the others too. I studied him in all. I think you gotta study all of them because we have very good riders and they can switch tactics on you. But I would say most of the time they try to do the same thing, what works for them. And when you study them and you know what works for them, it's easier for you to know what they're doing. And competing against him is very nice because we both live in our dream together.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, I just when I go out there, he's just one other guy that I have to beat.
Yeah, that's great.
But yeah, I talk to him a lot, and I know how he thinks.
Yeah.
So that gives me an edge on him sometimes.
Yeah, I get that.
He's very good. He's very clever, and he's one of the best for a reason.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's the main thing is that I gotta compete with a great bunch of guys, and they all very smart. So it's very hard.
Yeah, understood. You mentioned study. Do you do much of that with film study? Do you watch races? You go back and watch your races to see what you can do better, and then maybe watch some of these other jockeys, see what they're doing? Do you do much of that?
Mostly when I mess up a race, I know I do. I don't want to go back and look at it.
Okay.
Because usually I know what I did wrong
Got
on
it.
that race. But I study horses every day. Yeah. Horses I'm riding today, I watch film on all of them. And if I rode the horse, it's a lot easier because I know what the horse like, what the horse don't like.
Okay.
But when somebody else rode the horse, I try to look for what the horse like in that race or what he don't like. And I've done it for a long time, so now I feel like it's easy. Like I can go there, watch a couple replays, and that's it. I can see what the horse likes very quickly, and it's fun to study horses. Yeah.
Jose, I was always curious about that. So you made the comment that if you've ridden the horse a couple times, you understand their tendencies. But a lot of times, man, you're getting mounts where you may not know the horse as well, or maybe as someone on the outside, maybe you do. Are you training on these horses?
Yeah.
Do you normally? Are you ever getting in a race where you've never ridden the horse before?
It happens every day.
Okay.
Every day, the majority, I would say, if I ride eight horses today, I would say 5 or 6 of them I never get on.
Interesting.
Unless it's a baby I've been working or a very nice horse I'm riding in a stake or allowance race. But a lot of times, a lot of people chip in, or sometimes you have to work a churcher and the horse is a Keeneland. Sometimes you have to work a Keeneland and the horse is a churcher. So
right.
it's a lot, And sometimes, most of the time, you got to go by film because you haven't get on the horse in the morning to test that out.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And do you ever ride a horse and you're like, hey, I this one's the real deal. I want to ride this again. So you go back to your agent or trainer and say, hey, I want to ride this one again. Do you run it that much?
Yeah, even in the morning, you kind of know what a real deal horse feels like. And,
okay.
You go back, talk to your agent, and to make sure you ride this one back, or make sure you ride this baby. I want to ride him.
All right, so this podcast is Kenny McPeak's baby, right? So this is a loaded question, but do you have certain trainers that you like riding for as opposed to others? Do some trainers give you more advice or more guidance, or do they typically just kind of let you do your thing?
I have a very good relationship with all the people I'm riding right now. Some of them give me more instruction than others, but I won't say I have a favorite. I think I'm riding for a great group of guys. I'm basically riding for everybody right now.
Sure.
I don't have like a barn that I ride for, or first call here, or what they call a first call, but I like it that way. I like to ride a little bit from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That open up a lot of business, and I think that's the key to the success I'm having this year. I went to the fairgrounds, and I'm opening up a lot of business. So I'm riding for more people. So I think that's been very key for what we have been doing this year.
That makes sense. We had Brian Hernandez on once, and Brian obviously rides a lot of Kenny's top horses, and he's kind of his go-to guy just from a relationship standpoint. Do you feel like that may put Brian in an advantage sometime when a better horse comes around in Kenny's stable, or do you feel like, you might be a different type of rider, so you might be a better fit for a certain horse?
I think the advantage that Brian have of Kenny's barn is that he work all of these horses.
Yeah.
So he knows, he knows what they feel like. He knows who's good, the babies. So I think that's the advantage. When you get on all of them, you can pick. All right, this horse is better than this. And Brian is very smart, and he knows what a good horse feels like. So I mean, he's one of the smartest guy around. I like to ride with him.
Yeah, well, he's a good dude. Obviously knows what he's doing. All right,
Yeah.
Jose, favorite track. If you had to pick one track you had to ride the rest of your career in, what is your favorite track to ride?
Belmont Park.
Belmont. Why Belmont?
Because Belmont give you the luxury to run on every distance. Like right now, example, right now if you go to Keeneland, you can run 5.5 on the turf or mile and an 8, mile and 16, or a mile. In Belmont, you can run 5.5, 6, you can run 7, you can run a mile, mile and 16, mile and 8, anything. I mean, I'll say that's better option for the trainers, but for me, if I ride a horse that is going 5.5 and it never gets there, so I want a 6. So at Belmont, you have 6, you have 7, you got a mile, and I think it's just better for it. Give me more options with horses to figure it out what distance they like best, and I like the wide turns. I feel like it's very fair for speed or closer, and the wide turns at Belmont, I like it. It was a great track, and I always was feel very comfortable there.
Now, I guess you currently live in the Kentucky area, correct?
Yeah.
Why'd you make that move?
First of all, I thought it was a great fit for my family,
Mm-hmm.
for my 3 kids and my wife,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously Kentucky's racing is growing rapidly, I would say. They have a lot of horses. You can see the fields. They're pretty big most of the time.
Yep.
Obviously, purses are good, but I won't say purses is the reason of it, because I think New York purses are very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
But my wife she grew up in Ocala, around Ocala, which is very country, and myself too, back in Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
Like to have animals and like to have yard to run,
Right.
ride a motorcycle, ride a scooter.
Yep.
And in New York, we weren't able to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, the kids have a little backyard, and we try to make the most out of it for, I would say, 8 years, which is my oldest. And but I feel like it was time for me to do what I wanted to do and not what the business was holding me to do. Like, I was in New York because obviously I have good business there. I built a good business there,
Mm-hmm.
and I talked to Steve, my agent, and he was open to it, and I decided to give it a shot. But it's been a great decision. We are very happy here, mostly with our personal lives.
Good.
Obviously, the business is well as well. It's very good, but personally, I think the decision was more based on our personal lives.
Speaking of your kids, well, obviously, mom and dad are storied horse people, storied jockeys. Do you think any of your kids follow in your footsteps?
I don't know. Leilani's 8. She's riding currently, learning on the roads in Apratnik, so we'll see. Derek is 6.
Okay.
He's more focused into sports. He's playing baseball, soccer, flag football.
Awesome.
I don't think the light bulb on horses has turned on yet,
Okay.
but he rides as well. He rides pony. And the little one is 4, Nikolai. I think he got the bug of a jockey, most of the other ones.
Interesting.
But we'll see. I won't push none of them to be. If they want to do it, obviously I will fully support them. But I won't push them to be. It's very. You have to do a lot of sacrifices to be a jockey. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful career.
Yeah.
if you do well.
Yeah.
If you do well at the level that we are, it's beautiful. But um,
It's
I
scary
won't quit.
too, Jose. It's scary.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not worried. If they want to do it, I will support them 100%. But if they don't, I will be perfectly fine on paying for college. I
Amen.
hope. I hope. I hope they go to college.
Amen.
They make your heart race, they make your heart break, then they do it all over again. At Hallway Feeds, we're devoted to improving nutrition for these beautiful, exhilarating creatures. Watching them at their peak is an experience like no other, which is why we say, when you feed Hallway, the race is in the bag.
Well, I tell you, I saw a video, I guess this was late August. Irad had a scary spill riding in the Jockey Club Gold Cup. Man, he had a horse run right over him. I'm assuming you've been in those situations too. I mean, it can be scary sometimes when it's a dangerous profession.
It is. It is dangerous, but I don't think about it. If you think about it, you shouldn't be out there.
What injuries have you had?
Luckily, knock on wood, I've been pretty good. I only have one time I stretched my ligaments on my shoulder. It was like a 6-week kind of thing.
Okay.
I'm punched my lung on the same spill.
Got it.
Then tore my ACL. Didn't stop riding. I rode with my ACL tore, and luckily healed on himself in 3 months. Then I cleaned my scar tissue, and I was out for a month.
Gotcha.
And I broke my hand during COVID. I was out for, I would say, I was more like 8 weeks.
So you've been pretty fortunate, all in all. It sounds like.
Yeah, I've been in 14 years. I think it's been great. Nothing major. I won't call nothing major. Very fortunate. Blessed. I would call it blessed.
All right, Jose. Name me a horse that taught you something about your profession. That you maybe you thought you knew what you were doing, but then you got on a certain horse and it was like, okay, this is different.
Yeah, that's a lot. A lot of horses. You learn something from all of them. The day you start learning, you dead. I think I'm still learning. I learn every day something new, and I learn from every horse.
Well, good answer. All right. Have you ever had a horse that you've had this special bond with then?
No, I think that filly that I mentioned before, that was the first big horse I started riding. I would say she was a La Verdad. It was a New York bred, and I rode her I would say, most of her careers. You can look it up. I think Ira rode her a couple times, or those times he rode her because I was suspended.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but I have rode a lot of good horses. I don't like to pick or choose.
I understand. You're playing that one close to the vest. I like it. That's good. All right. So, and I don't know how much you know about this, but I got to get your opinion. There's this big deal right now with the tracks in Oklahoma where the jockeys are upset because they get paid like $75 a mount. Obviously, if they don't win, if they're first, second, or third, they're getting purse money. But
it's less, I think. It was like 45 or something like that.
What's your thoughts on that? I mean, as somebody who's in this profession, I know maybe you're not riding that particular track, and you're probably in your career beyond all that. But as jockeys, how do we get past this to where they're just paying them basically nothing to go out there and risk their life every time?
Well, it's very complicated. I feel like I think it was, I don't know. I think it was like 45 or even $40 a month.
Okay.
By the time you pay tax, you pay your agent and your ballot, you're probably doing it for half of that.
Yeah.
You know? And
yeah.
I think probably it's not worth it. I mean, some of these guys, they ride 1-2 horses per day, and that's what their income, riding 1 or 2 horses per day. But if you're making 20, I mean, obviously bigger tracks got more money.
Sure.
The amounts, but I think most of tracks have equally been over $75 amount, which I think is a good rate for the smaller trucks. But I think they gotta figure it out. I think they raised them out. They got what they wanted, and sadly they had to stop racing to get their attention. Something that should have been raised a while ago. I don't think the people realize that everything has go up. Houses. If you go to Walmart, you grab a few things and it's $100.
Yep.
And I think that's where they don't. I think has been that they shouldn't ride for $35.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, that's crazy.
but
Yeah.
it's complicated. You gotta see how things play out. I'm happy they figured things out. So
Yeah, well, and they're trying, right? And they're banding
Yeah.
together to try to raise those wages, which is a good thing.
it's a good thing. Yeah, I think life is expensive now than what it used to be, obviously 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Yep, makes sense. All right, Jose, what race have you not won that is eluding you? That's kind of the mountaintop for you.
Kentucky Derby. It's easy.
Okay, I figured that was going to be your answer, but now you've had several mounts in the Derby. Have
Yeah.
you been close?
Second, Good Magic run second, Justify won it.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, man, I get it. Listen, I've grown up in Louisville, Kentucky, and obviously know how important the Derby is, and I figured that would kind of be the pinnacle. But is there other races beyond the Derby that you're like, man, and you've probably won quite a few of them, but is there one that sticks out? What? Give me like your top three. So the Derby being number one. What's 2 and 3?
Derby, British Cup Classic.
Mhm.
I haven't won the distaff yet, so
Okay.
I would say the British Cup distaff.
All those make sense. Now you have won an Eclipse Award. That had to be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. We're trying to win another one, but it's not easy.
I understand.
Everything gotta go the right way. You gotta stay healthy. I mean, it's very hard.
All right, I'm going to rapid fire you a couple questions here. What draw do you like the most? Inside, middle, or outside? Gate
It
draw.
depends on the what kind of race, what kind of distance.
Okay.
On the turf going long, give me the one all day long.
All right. And are you gonna stay inside there?
Yeah, safe ground, baby. Safe
Okay.
ground.
All right.
Stay on the fence.
Okay.
With a baby going 6 furlong, 7 furlong, I'd rather be outside, from the middle to the outside.
Why's that?
It just depends on the horse, because they sometimes they get intimidated inside. If they don't break quite well, you're gonna get a lot of dirt on their face. I'd rather be like a little bit clear. Even if they don't break quite well, you can be clear and the baby will respond better. I mean, just little things. Then all the horses, I don't mind. Depends how it runs, or depends where the other speed. If I got a speed horse, I'd rather be outside than the other speed horse, because it gives me the option. If I break better, I go. If he breaks better, I can sit. Like, it gives you options being outside. When you be inside with a speed horse and you break good, you got no options. You
Right.
gotta go.
Right. Yeah, you got to go and hope you keep that lead.
It depends on the distance and the surface.
Okay, great answer. Makes perfect sense. All right, first horse that comes to mind, fastest horse you've ever ridden.
Maxfield.
Okay. Yeah, see, that was quick. Did you guys win any big races together?
He won the Clark. He won the Claiborne Futurity, but unfortunately, he always was like battling with some issues. Brendan did a fantastic job with the horse. I mean, brilliant. He was a great horse. He's a great horseman. And, but the horse had some issues, clearly. He missed time. But every time he stepped on the track, man, he was so good. And I'm a little sad he didn't get to make it to the Derby because I think he ended up undefeated in Churchill.
Yeah.
He won every race he run in Churchill.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Best track food. So when you've got to eat at the track and you're spending all day there, who's got the best food hall?
Fairgrounds.
Really?
The kitchen at the fairground is the best.
Okay. There you go. You heard it here first. All right. One word you want fans to associate with you when your riding career's done.
Sorry?
So give me a word. So what do you want people, when they think of José Ortiz and they think of José Ortiz, the jockey, what do you want horse racing fans to think of? What's one word?
No, just respectful. He's a good guy.
I love that. That is awesome. I love that. All right. Last question here, Jose, and thank you so much for your time. Obviously, as I mentioned, this is Kenny McPeak's baby. What's it like riding for Kenny?
It's great. Kenny, very easygoing. Don't give many instructions, and he's never mad when you get beat or it's sometimes your fault. You get the horse beat, get trapped inside or something like that. Kenny never mad. I feel like he's very loyal, which is very important in this business, and it's a little rare to find. He's very loyal to his guys, which I respect a lot. And he's a great guy all around. Great family, man, and great horseman. You can see buy a lot of babies. He even buy baby for other people, for other trainers.
Yeah.
So he's a great horseman, great man, family, dad. I like him.
Well, Jose, we really appreciate your time. We know you're a busy man, so thank you so much for joining us, and our fans will certainly get a big treat out of this. So thank you, Jose, for being with us today.
All right, man. Hopefully we can do it again.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for Horse Races Now. Thank you for tuning in. José Ortiz. It doesn't get a whole lot better than that. This guy's the man. Thank you for listening. See you at the races.
Horse Races Now, the app to follow horse racing at over 1,200 tracks worldwide. View entries and results. Get notifications on your favorite horses, jockeys, trainers, racetracks, and owners. Users set up and revise notifications like live video at the gate, call to post, entries, results replays, etc.